just because our harvest is complete with our small fruits doesn't mean that we need to abandon them. There's some pruning chores that we need to do this summer, especially on our brambles, which would include our black raspberries, raspberries, and our regular blackberries. I'm standing here at our black raspberry patch, and I want to show you one of the new canes that came up this year. This is the first season for this cane, and you can tell really by the coloration of the cane. It's usually smaller in diameter and also a little bit different color, lighter color, and not quite as woody. And contrast that to the one behind it, which is a little bit larger in size. It has a grayer cast and it's a little bit woodier. Now the way these produce, remember, this cane, which is really finishing just a few months, will set our fruit next year, where the older cane has completed its harvest. Now in the winter time we'll come in and we'll cut out these older canes, but we need to give a little bit of attention to this new one. The first thing that we've done is gone in and tip it back where it's about 4 feet tall, and that way we keep it under control. What that causes is a lot of side branches, and here's one here that's coming out quite a ways, and we'll just tip it back probably a couple of feet. Now next year our fruit will form on these side branches here on our black raspberry. So something you really need to get out and take care of, and so you don't let them get out of control, and of course they get in the path of our mower as well. Now you're seeing a little bit of dying on here too. We've got a disease, but we're really not sure what it is. And Jeanette Jacobs, who's in charge of our diagnostic lab, has been out and collected samples, but we're not sure what it is. But as soon as we find out, we'll let you know. But here's a cane back here that has completely died, and it may be because it's an older cane, a woody cane, or from the disease. In any matter, those needs to be cut back at ground level so we don't create any inoculum that might carry over. So remember, get out and check your brambles and give them a little bit of attention. And our blueberries are really coming along quite nicely too. We didn't get a lot of production, but remember our pH was way too high when we tested it this past fall. But we've put on a little bit of ammonium sulfate during the growing season. They're putting out some new flush of growth, but we've got one more application of sulfur that we'll give them. And whether it's your blueberries or your brambles, if you're going to do any fertilizing this late, say if you've missed fertilizing them, make sure you give them plenty of water, because it'd be real easy to get them to burn.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.